sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right. All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the ASAP Afternoon Blitz, Monday, July 3rd. Hard to believe we're already in the 7th month of the year. This year's flying by. But I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, and then we're also joined by the shy kid, Mike Hughes. How's it going, Mike?
What's going on, guys? Yeah.
We got pride takes down in the corner.
Yeah.
My fault. I thought my mic was muted. My fault. How's everyone feeling today?
No, it's okay.
And then we also got our brother Rob Scott. What's up, Rob?
What's good, y'all? Hold on. I'm so excited to see Tony. What's up, Tony? How you feeling, man?
I'll just go drown myself on the floor real quick.
Mike, I'll save you. I'll save you, Mike.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Hey, Rob, other than my son, because I gotta say my son or I'll get in trouble. You're my favorite guy on ASAP.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about, Pop.
What the fuck?
I love Pop.
Man, whatever. I didn't want to be here anyway. Whatever, man.
I do that too, going. I do it with.
No, hey, how do you think I feel? I just got thrown in there because I'm his son. Really, I'd be laughing.
You really make the list.
Straight shit. Cheddar cheese balls. Cheddar cheese balls.
Cheddar cheese balls. That's your new catchphrase. Put it on the t-shirt.
Before I forget, hey, Pride, Carolina sucks.
Oh, by the way, Chicago, be better.
You're right.
I know you're right about that because the Bulls are. Oh my God!
I think he meant as a whole.
No, but as a team though, like I'm looking at everybody get all these spectacular moves, and then I'm like, the Bulls re-signed Vucevic. We re-signed Kobe White. Like
Javon Carter.
Oh my God.
Okay, respectfully though. Let's
nice.
be honest here. No, but let's be 100% honest here. What else was Chicago supposed to do?
Something.
But hold on. Don't just say something.
I have an answer.
Well, okay, Mike, please, because I'm hearing a lot of Chicago fans mad that all Chicago has been doing is re-signing.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I think Chicago's kind of in a disadvantage because no one wants to be there at this point in time because it's been perceived. There's this notion that it's dysfunctional and all this stuff. So, Mike, what if you're the GM? What would you have done?
Fired myself, but I would have left. I'm not working for Jerry Reinsdorf ever in my life. Please.
Keep it in a beam.
You know how you get
He's still the GM there?
Yeah.
So Arturis is the
odds.
GM with Mark, and then obviously Jerry Reinsdorf. He says his son Michael is supposed to be taking over Bulls operations, and he's been doing a pretty good job so far, considering like the year he came, he brought in DeMar, he brought in Lonzo, he brought in all those guys, and he was putting in work. Like I won't say he wasn't, it just hasn't panned out, and now he doesn't know what to do. But yeah, that's really where I'm at.
They had when they need to bring back the GM they had when they had Jordan and Pippen. They need to bring him back.
He's dead.
Get you guys turned around.
He's dead.
You got to bring back his spirit.
I think that's the point. I think that's the point he's trying to make.
I meant that in such a respectful way too, but he's dead. But yeah, no, I think there was only one answer, dude, and that's being real. And Gonzo and Pops and Rob Scott, we've all had these conversations in chats about it all the time. Pride only answers me on Sundays, but it's definitely something that, you look at it for what it is. You can't be mad we didn't get Kyrie. You can't be mad we didn't get any of the other big name free agents, Fred VanVleet, because they all got max deals. Even Dylan Brooks got $80 million. Like, I don't know what's happening right now. But
that's wild.
Man, what a time to be alive. Life's a simulation in the words of Pride, but it's something where what did you want them to do? The only answer was a rebuild. And no one wants to face that music. No one wants to have that conversation. But Zach LaVine's on a max deal. DeMar is not on a max deal, but it's close. He's about $90 million. Lonzo Ball makes $85 million and might never play basketball ever again.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was I supposed to do other than re-sign Kobe and re-sign Vooch and just try to run it back? Like, there's nothing You have to either sit in this and be okay with being mediocre and being a first round, not even a first round, a play-in exit, or go into a full-blown rebuild and get what you can for these guys. And I think they are not ready to have those conversations just yet.
It's time to rebuild.
Yeah, they're not ready for that though. As a front office, and I get it because you want to see this team fully together, but I'm good. I don't need to see this team fully together because Pride and I talked about it back in 2021 when this happened. Remember how hype I was that the Bulls were getting this team together. I said this was a good start. We were first in the East for the first half of the season, mixed with Miami. We were first and second going back and forth. And now you're at a point where it's like, okay, but is that team ever A, going to be able to all play together again? And B, what is Lonzo going to look like when he gets back? Because I just saw a picture of his knees, and he looks like he hasn't hit leg day in 3 years, which he probably hasn't, because for obvious reasons. But it doesn't look good. So it's like, it's just time. It's not 2021 anymore. I'm 24. I hate my life, and my basement's underwater. So trade Lonzo for me, please. Give me something to be happy about. Like
I saw they filed.
Well,
they filed an exception.
Yeah, I was going to say they can't trade Lonzo, but
it's a $10 million exception to an $85 million.
I was about to say, I mean, it's something.
Yeah. It's like something. Imagine you total your car, right, and they send you a Razor scooter.
Hey, that's what the insurance company
got
do.
wheels.
Is it the one with the sparks on the back? Because if it's the one with the sparks on the back,
they don't even give you the electric scooter.
No, they got
push. you got push. It's manual power.
Is there any market out there for Levine?
They sent me a purple Monster.
Is there any market out there for Levine to trade him?
No, and that's the part. No, and that's the problem right now.
Overpaid.
I don't want to say overpaid because I don't think he's overpaid. I just think it's not that.
He's making Jason Tatum money.
But bro, let's keep everybody out here.
Everybody
is. You're right, though. They did just give
Pride talks about it a lot.
It's $60 million.
Which that's a joke.
A max deal.
That's a joke.
A max deal isn't a max deal like we used to say it was.
Right.
Like a max deal to me used to mean something. A max deal was like, and my Indiana brothers, I love you. But like Halliburton getting a max deal. You got guys like LaMelo getting a max deal.
Halliburton deserved it.
I like Halliburton.
Halliburton's a dog, but Desmond Bane's getting it. It's a lot of guys under 25 years old. You used to not see guys get a max deal until they were like 28, 29. And now you're at a point where you're just giving all the guys off their rookie deals max deals because that's the market that's been set. So that's something where I feel like, and you also look at it, a max deal is actually cheaper than paying them less for more, if that makes sense. Because guys who are getting paid less, like a DeMar DeRozan makes $25 million a year, Zach LaVine makes less a year. And that's just the facts. Like towards the end of that contract, like Bradley Beal.
Yeah, toward the end, then
it's going to be a bad time.
But that's why Washington kept Bradley Beal for as long as they did, because it really wasn't killing them that much.
Right
now that all of a sudden that money was coming up, they're like, we're not going to pay this money and be dog water. If we're going to be dog water, might as well be cheap. But here's my thing when it comes to Zach LaVine, because Rob, you said he's overpaid. It's not that he's overpaid. We have to remember something.
Overrated.
Zach LaVine, okay, pump the brakes, because the people who call him overrated were the ones dick sucking him, excuse my French, and saying that the kid was
not
an MVP.
Me.
No, I don't want to hear nothing from you, Mike, because you're trying to say MVP considerations, Michael. So do me a favor, Michael Scott. Sit down, get in your Sebring, go home to Jan, okay? I don't want to hear nothing from you right now.
There were so many words I didn't understand in that sentence.
Nah, it's a reference from The Office. If anyone knows, shout out to you. But anyways, the problem really came from one thing. When DeMar came, Zach LaVine did what no other superstar would do, and he was just like, "I will cede the moment to you."
Right.
Ever since then, everyone's hated him. Ever since then, he's horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick to answer Tony. False. Black Bear. Fact. Bears eat beets. Bears beets.
Battlestar Galactica. I know that one.
Yes. but I will say this, like, I don't think that Zach LaVine is overrated. I just think right now he's in a situation where he's doing everything he can.
Right.
He's in this spot where, like, when he starts taking more shots, everyone gets mad at him. You have DeMar, you need to share the ball. But then when he shares the ball with DeMar, oh, he's being too tentative. He doesn't really want the ball. Like, I put him in the same category as what Jason Tatum is going through. If Jason Tatum, yes, and what I mean by that is do not shake your head at me, Michael, because I made Jason Tatum stand, and you guys have been coming at Jason Tatum for this same exact thing. If Jason Tatum isn't shooting the ball 30, 35 times a game, you guys are saying that he's scared of it. He ain't got that dog in him. He's scared of the moment. All this garbage. When he relies on his teammates, he's horrible. He's dog water. You got to get rid of him. But then when he decides to take on the brunt of the load, what's wrong with him? Why doesn't he rely on his teammates? Why is he being a ball hog? Zach LaVine is in that same situation where if he does the right thing, he's wrong. If he does the wrong thing, he's wrong. It doesn't matter what he does.
Right.
And honestly, if we're going to keep it a buck, whose fault is that? Chicago and you freaking poverty-stricken fans. Let's keep it a buck out here. You guys and Chris, if I'm wrong, because I'm not gonna ask Michael, I'm not gonna ask Rob, because they're gonna hate me for this, right? But Chris,
you can say it.
Isn't what Chicago and their fan base doing with Zach LaVine the same exact thing Phoenix did with DeAndre Ayton? Isn't this for literally the same thing? Where, oh man, you need to be better. You need to be better, but I am being better. That's not better enough. You're horrible. You're dog water. You're trash.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's my point, Pride, is like, I look at this kid. You have to think about it like how I see it. You look at the face of Chicago. The same thing as Boston. You look at Boston over the years, you have generational talent coming in and out, being that franchise player for a championship caliber team.
We're blessed.
But here's my thing with you. Here's where I have drawback. Jason Tatum right now. Is Jason Tatum a number one on a championship team? Is he the franchise player of a team for the next 10 plus years? Would you say he is?
Yes.
I can't say that about Zach LaVine. And that's my problem is it's not Zach. It's not Zach at all. Like Zach's game, I have no problem with. But when Zach is my number one option year in and year out for this team, I have a problem. And it's not my problem with Zach. It's my problem with this front office thinking Zach LaVine is a number one option on a championship team when he plays zero defense. And yeah, he's better from three. Yeah, he's every single year. Zach LaVine has gotten better. But that's not, listen, I'm not asking you to be him. I'm not asking you to be these guys. But the standard of a number one on what the Chicago Bulls should be, which is one of the best basketball franchises in basketball prior to the last 10, 15 years of these guys just not giving a fuck of what it looks like. You have the Michael Jordans, the Derrick Roses, the Jimmy Butlers of the world. You have those kind of guys, even the Scottie Pippins before, obviously, future. But, it's something that you look at it and you go, Zach's not that guy. Like, Zach got upset earlier this season. Rob and I talked about it on Bullshit. He said, how could you bench me in the last minute of the game and not put the ball in my hands? Probably ask me what he went that entire game from the three, from completely, from everything, from three, from the field,
one of the
all
nights,
of it.
Wasn't that the night he went like 3 for something or something? It was something atrocious.
2 for 19 all night.
I remember it was something atrocious.
So you're gonna look at me and say I'm your max player, cussing out our head coach.
Yes,
put the ball in my hands.
Yes.
Act like you're the max player. Act like you're the face of the franchise. Act like you're that guy. 2 for 19?
But hold on. Talk about.
And you're mad. DeMar's got 40.
I would be mad too. When that same game, the game we're talking about, even DeMar was like, why are we going through him? When the guy that they're going through is saying, hold on, bro, why are we not going through Zach? I don't get it twisted. I'm cooking. Right. But I mean, in these moments, Zach is that dude. When the dude you're going through is even saying that, that's one thing. 2, yes, 100%. He went 2 for 19. Does he do that every week or every other week?
Every other day.
No,
I'm ask Rob. Rob will watch every game. No. This kid, one day. I'm so for real. And Pride, we can talk about it. Like, let's talk about the play-in. Let's talk about the play-in. Hold on. Let's talk about the play-in against Toronto, right? 39 points. That's Zach LaVine. That's the guy we believe in. Then against Miami in the play-in, elimination game, because we lost the game against Toronto. Not Zach's fault. We go against Miami. He has 13 points in an elimination game. Yet your franchise player.
Hold on,
that's your guy.
So hold on now.
It's the inconsistency. I'm not mad at Zach's game. Zach's game as a number like a Jaylen Brown, I would love Zach LaVine as a Jaylen Brown. But as the number one, when I got me and you talked about it. You with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have 1A, 1B, right?
Correct.
We have 1B and 1B. And then we have Vooch, who he's like a C. And it's like, that's something where it's like, and then Lonzo, That motherfucker's made it all the way to Z. He might be in the numbers.
Well, I mean, that's
He
why
might be in the numbers. Dude, I give Lonzo a F in chat. Like, that's what it is. And it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's not Zach's fault, but it's the fault of the front office for thinking this is the guy who's going to win us a championship.
Hold on.
At this point, who could the Bulls bring in to be that number one?
Thank you.
But that's what I'm saying. Fine. That's where this whole thing stemmed from when Pride asked what the Bulls do. There's nobody you can bring in because of the way you set up the salary cap, the way you fucked it over with Lonzo, the way you're re-signing guys to these deals. Like, you're going to have to deal with the Andre Drummond on a $3 million deal, on a 1-year deal. Like, that's the only thing you can do because you set it up in such a poor way.
Let me ask you something. If Ball wouldn't have got hurt, you think things would be different?
I think they make it to an Eastern Conference championship. I don't think they win. I think they make it. I think they lose to Boston that year. I think they either lose to Miami the following year. I think they would have been a lot better, but I don't think that's a championship team. I think they would have had a good run. I think they would have been kind of that middle of the pack. And Pride and Rob and I actually talked about that when they brought in Lonzo and DeMar. I said, this is a great start for an amazing foundation. The problem is you have Patrick Williams drafted number 4 overall who can't even hold my junk. You got Kobe White drafted number 7 overall, who's become a bench player, and he's a pretty solid bench player. But the guys they're drafting, Marko Simonovic, Ayo Dosunmu, second-round picks are the guys that we're looking at. We don't have the draft capital to put guys around these guys on cheap deals. Like, the one thing I love about the Boston Celtics or the Miami Heat, they will take a Jewel Osco, which is a grocery store in Chicago. They will take a Jewel Osco bag boy and turn him into one of the best shooters in the playoffs we've ever seen. And that's what it is. And the Bulls bring in, I mean, let's talk about it. Jimmy Butler and Max Strus, where'd they come from? Chicago.
I played the development sucks.
What are we doing? Like, we had you, and we can't develop you. The Bulls can't develop talent. That's like Pride even mentioned it. Zach LaVine comes in, right? We didn't develop Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was Zach LaVine before he even got here. We can't develop. We can't draft correctly. And that's why you can't become a championship caliber team. If Zach LaVine had help and Zach LaVine had a real number 1 option to look at every single day so Zach can just focus on his game, I think this team would be so much better. But instead, I got Lonzo Ball in a wheelchair and a bunch of guys who are just rotating throughout the door on the bench.
Okay, I'm so glad you're ending it with that. Because it's bizarre to me. It's not Zach LaVine's fault, but let's blame Zach LaVine for Lonzo having his father's needs. It's not Zach. Hold on. Let's not blame Zach LaVine, but let's blame Zach LaVine because Kobe White can't be consistent in the starting lineup. Let's not blame Zach LaVine, but let's blame Zach LaVine because Vooch all of a sudden swears he's Steph Curry. No, but let's not blame Zach. Like we gotta chill out. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, consistency, bro. It's bizarre to me.
I'm staying consistent with you. I've
no,
said
it's
the
not.
entire time. What have I said?
You literally, okay, you've named me 5,000 other problems, but then you're coming at me talking about, yeah, bro, it's Zach LaVine.
I didn't say it's Zach, though. I said it is. The problem is with Zach LaVine. He's not the guy that you're going to be able to look at as a Jason Tatum. He's not going to be able to carry nothing to something. Like, that's not his fault. Like, they made him out to be that way. You looked at this kid. Like, you remember when the trade happened with Jimmy Butler. Zach LaVine wasn't the focal point of that trade. It was Lauri Markkanen, who just became an all-star and is now in the military. But that's a whole different thing. But
shout out Lauri Markkanen.
Shout out Lauri. He out here just dogging people right now. I mean, come on.
Real life.
Sending you to the gulag and dunking on your body.
Oh, God, bro.
That's God, bro. But no, in all seriousness, like, Zach has to take that heat. And it's unfortunate that he does because he shouldn't be in that position. Like, you're in a position right now where it's like, look at Zach, you should be the number 2 option on a championship team. And I think a team could win a championship with Zach LaVine as a number 2 option. I truly do. But the Bulls looked at it as, we're going to give you Zach LaVine as the number 1. Ray Bond, you are smoking herb. You have Jordan Poole. Please don't talk to me. But please don't talk to me. You have a max player.
I just want to say one thing real quick. Ray, personally, I want to tolerate that level of disrespect. That's just me, though.
It's not
That's just me. You feel me? If someone would disrespect my franchise like that, personally, I won't let that slide.
I mean, I can't really even name a time they won a championship, so I guess I'll just leave it alone, right? But
Zoink Scoop,
Bradley Beal, John Wall, who? But I mean, it's definitely something. Porzingis, but
Porzingis, about to put his dingus on the league now when he with the C's. Let's get it.
Kingus Pingus.
Yes,
But
sir.
no, like it's a pool party. It's a parade inside your city. Yeah. Oh man, come on. I wonder if they have any baddies for pool in Washington. Doubt it. I just heard everybody just raids the Capitol over there. But I definitely I definitely think though, Pops, I know we've gone on a long tangent on the Bulls, but it was Pride's fault. It was Pride's fault. Pride's instigated this whole thing. But I think the only thing you can do is rebuild. As all
let me ask Rob, because Rob's a big Bull fan. Do you believe you have to blow it up?
Oh yeah, it should have blew this up. Once you start seeing DeMar DeRozan get a step slower, it should have started blowing up.
Okay.
Also, this has actually happened at a perfect time, Pops. We have breaking news on the ASAP network, which continues to prove my point. The Chicago Bulls have signed Torrey Craig. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home.
But again, I don't know. I don't know. I personally, I don't blame them. I don't blame Chicago for doing what they're doing. I don't.
As a GM, you want to see the team you put together do well, and it's hard to give that up.
And that's what I'm saying. And
you got to be real too, right, Pride? You got to be real about it. Like Lonzo's in a fucking wheelchair,
right? But that's my point. Listen,
DeMar's 35. Like
no, don't get it twisted. DeMar is 35, but he's still hooping on a level that you can still keep him on your team, right? My thing is like I'm not gonna sit here and blame Zach LaVine when Lonzo out here walking like me after I broke my back. Like, what are we doing here? I'm not gonna sit here and blame Zach LaVine because Alex Caruso wants to break his hand every other defensive set, right? My man just was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm the bald eagle. Yeah, my man flew into a building and all of a sudden it was just didn't know what to do. I'm not blaming Zach LaVine for all that. It's like the same thing when the Bulls were like you said a couple years ago, when they were the number 1 seed, right? What killed them was just unluckiness. Yeah. And that's what's been hampering the Bulls.
COVID, we had everything.
It was, and then as soon as y'all finished with y'all COVID stuff, one by one, y'all starting to get injured.
Just kept going.
And think about it. All year, you guys were waiting for Lonzo to come back. He couldn't, right? And then you guys are waiting for someone to fill his shoes. Because let's be honest, yeah, sure, he's a role player, but at the same time, what Lonzo was doing,
it's a very high level role player.
It is. It is a very high level role player that they were expecting to get some very good production from him. Right. But then Lonzo's out, so now they're waiting for someone to pick him up. And you've seen it. Every time Kobe White tries to play point guard, the kid looks like he doesn't even deserve to be in the G League.
And he's not. That's the thing, though.
That's not him.
They drafted him as a point guard. If you watched him at North Carolina, he was a 2 the entire time.
And the entire time he was a 2 guard. Exactly. And again, that's not a bad thing.
And that's not on Zach. And that's just my point of saying, though, like, Zach is taking all this heat, and it pisses me off because obviously I get mad at Zach too. Like when you have 13 points, like I have to look at you and be like, this team sucks. You got to take over. But I also
want to criticize him for that game. I'm good with that. If you want to say for that one game, he kind of sold you out a little bit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is, as someone who watches every game, it's every other game. Like it's one night it's 35, the next night it's 19, next night it's 40, next night is 20, and it's like
Chris, he's right. Chris, he's right. He's right. That's 110% my fault. 110%. Instead of Lonzo dropping 30 every game, he goes from 30 to 29. The man is dog water, and we need a cut. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You got me hot right now. I'm talking like a Bulls fan.
It is the inconsistent. I don't know what happened. You woke up with Zach LaVine in your mouth. That's crazy.
Nah, bro. You don't understand. Not in my mouth. I woke up next to him. I looked at him, and I was looking at him. You know how you know that meme with Wolverine when he's got the picture and he's kind of like putting his hand on it, like ever so.
Yeah,
that's my Zach LaVine moment.
Wow, I didn't know it was that deep, bro. But
it was, because I like Zach LaVine. I really do. I
do too. It's just in the situation that I'm in currently with Zach LaVine, it's unfair to him and it's unfair to the organization, not the organization, because the organization did it to themselves, but it's unfair to the fans for us to look like, how are we going to judge Zach LaVine when he's never really been in this position and he's never really been at that point? Like, to your point and Rob's point, DeMar is a step slower. So you brought in DeMar as a 1B, and now he's kind of like a 1C or a 2, kind of in that point. And he's still productive. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? But it's like, he's not who he was when he first came here 2 years ago, and that's okay. He's still being productive. But it's like, we got nothing going on, Pride. We got to blow it up.
Real quick to kind of
Where would you want Zach LaVine?
Where would I want him?
Where would you want Zach LaVine?
Legitimately speaking, like where I would want him?
Yeah.
Bump it. Everyone needs their villain arc. You guys push him to this limit. Yo, Zach LaVine, come with me, bro. We going to Denver. Come on. We going to Denver. We cheating the system and we cheating our way to a ring. Come on. I'm with you. And I'll support him.
Him and Aaron Gordon on the same team?
I wouldn't mind it.
Awkward.
It'll be stupidly awkward. I mean, but I want to ask you and Rob. I want to pose the same question to you afterwards. If you're talking about blowing it up, right?
Blow it up.
What team do you think you guys would trade for, that you guys would send him to,
right? And
B, what viable package would you guys accept? Because I know after all this Zach LaVine slander you just threw, no shot you're gonna look me in my eye sockets and tell me, bro, like, yo, I need 5 firsts for him. Ain't no way you could have sent him and do that. So give me something realistic that you would see Chicago do and you'll accept.
I think that's a great question, and I think the market has such a huge part of that because we've seen guys who aren't deserving of getting 3 firsts worth get 3 firsts, but that's kind of starting to feel like the standard. If I'm wrong on that, like I feel like guys are just throwing away first round picks at this point. I really do. Like there were conversations that Tyler Hero could be worth 2 to 3 firsts, and I was like, what are we smoking? The kid from Wisconsin? What are we talking? There was a video today of like Thanos throwing Gamora off the ledge, and it was Pat Riley throwing Tyler Hero off the ledge to get Dame. But
yeah, I saw that. He was like, I'm sorry, little one.
I was like, if that's all you got to do, I'll throw him twice, bro. But like,
you know what, Pride?
Talk to me, Bob.
I want a first round pick in Jaylen Brown for Zach LaVine.
For Zach LaVine?
Yeah.
I'll make you a deal.
Don't do it.
I'll take it, but you need to give me part ownership of the team. and then on top of that, I also am gonna need MJ to like co-sign some poor decision-making skills that I'm gonna have in a few.
Oh, he loves poor decision-making skills.
Which is why I want him to co-sign. I feel like it'll be
Brandon Miller, number 2.
Like tragic. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Hey,
Scoot who?
Hello Ball, $260 million.
Brother.
I actually don't think he had anything to do with that one. I think he was already gone. But I'm sure he had influence on it. But
don't get me wrong. I like LaMelo. Don't get me wrong.
I do too.
But I'm 260.
How much do you think he sends Jello?
He's had a lot of injuries too, man.
Yeah,
so what?
Yes.
I said like
Melo's had a lot of injuries.
Lonzo made 100.
Uh-huh.
LaMelo made 260. How much do you think they send Jello to keep his career?
I'm gonna say this right now. Me and
being real. I'm not even hating. I'm being real. Like you got to throw your brother some coin, right?
No, they're not. No, LaMelo. No. LaMelo is the type of dude that signed the contract and still be like, "Oh, I'm broke. Can someone buy me some chicken nuggets?" Like that's what Melo looked like.
100%.
That's what Melo.
No, I think.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Answer that one.
The way that LeVar has raised him. Oh, Jello, he's straight.
Yeah,
he don't even care about playing in the NBA no more.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
I think he does.
I wouldn't go that far. I think he does, but I do think you got a
I
point.
think from an ego standpoint.
Yes. From an ego point of view, he
did kind of make the NBA. He was on the Pistons for a little bit, but it wasn't like
for like what? A literal cup of coffee.
Like for a couple teams for a little bit.
Yeah.
No. Don't say a little bit like he was there for. It was a literal cup of coffee.
He's still played as many minutes as Pop has in the NBA though. But that's. But I think Pride did with that. Like a couple guys I would look at, like, and you have to look at for me like. You could send him to a championship caliber team and we can have these conversations about him going to the Lakers or him going somewhere or Denver or somewhere like there. But I think ones like guys who are unable to sign free agents, I think is the real one. Like I look at the Brooklyn Nets as a team that I could look at and say, hey, you got Cam Johnson over there. Do you want a little bit older, a little bit more mature of a shooting guard in that? We can take Cam, who's like 24. You can have Zach LaVine paired up with Mikal Bridges and company and give us a first round pick or two. Like, I'm cool with that. You look at teams like the Knicks, who can't sign anybody, and they've really been interested in him. Now, here's where I'll say there's 2 things with the Knicks that can happen. We can take Evan Fournier and it could be a horrible, horrible contract for the Bulls to take on. And we can get 3 first-round picks for Zach LaVine, right? I truly believe that because we wouldn't be getting anything else. Evans shit. Like, we know that. But you get the picks.
But you're there fully for the picks.
Right.
Like, if you sneak in an extra pick, we'll take your bad contract and kind of everyone's happy. Okay.
Or you could give us like an Emmanuel Quickly or an RJ Barrett because I know the fans are done with RJ Barrett over there. But
listen, no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you would have to get either a bad
I wouldn't get rid
contract
of Barrett yet.
with a lot a picks or promising
or one pick with a young.
I'm from Chicago and I'm tired of talking about the Bulls.
I am too.
All right, let's talk about the Pacers. What do you guys think about what the Pacers have done?
I love it.
Bump them. Although I will say this, I do think the Pacers could potentially be fighting for like the play-in.
Yeah.
I think they're top 4 in the East.
Stop what?
Top 4 what?
I think they're top 4 in the East.
Yeah. And Detroit finna win it all next year.
Who over Milwaukee, over Philly, over
No, I said no. I didn't say over. I think they'll can finish.
You think they'll be right at 4 over Cleveland?
Yeah, I think they can be over Cleveland.
I don't know about that one there.
Cleveland's.
I do like the moves they made with bringing in Toppin and Brown.
Don't get it twisted. Like the moves I made, I like them. I like
nothing.
You said what, Mike?
They got Toppin for nothing, bro.
Well, I mean, and this is the part
Indiana got Obi Toppin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah, they got him. I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. I mean, listen,
second-round picks.
2 second-round picks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for some unknown reason, New York has never really cared about Obi Toppin like that. And I don't even think it's New York. I think it's Tibbs. I don't know.
An asshole.
He is, and I just don't know what the hatred for Obi Toppin is, because
the same thing with Cam Reddish. And D Rose. He didn't want to play none of these guys.
I mean, I wouldn't play D Rose either. You know what I mean?
I would play him over some of the guys they had in that rotation towards.
Not necessarily.
Let me ask you this. Emmanuel Quickly has 2 games in a row in the playoffs where he has 0 points. Play Derrick Rose.
No, I wouldn't. You want to know why
play
not?
Cam Reddish. Play
I'm gonna tell you right now. Because as soon as I put him in there, I gotta recheck him out because they done this to his knee, and then Emmanuel Quickly gotta play anyway. So I would rather instead of having 2 band-aids, I'd rather just stick with the band-aid I got.
Pride, look to your left.
First,
you said what?
Look to your left for me.
I'm looking to my left.
Look to your right.
I'm looking to my right.
Now look behind you.
I'm looking behind me.
All right, you see Ja yet?
No, sir.
All right, be careful because he heard that. He's
coming with I don't care, bro.
He's coming with the gat.
I don't care. Yo,
first round of the playoffs
was a dude who. Let me stop. I was about to say something.
Well, I didn't understand about
what though? I like the Pacers.
Because in the first round of the playoffs, that Toppin was playing good, and then Tibbs just quit playing him in the playoffs after that.
Which is, like I said, that I don't think Obi Toppin is bad,
right?
Because a lot of people think that's why he's not playing. I genuinely, and it's the same thing with Cam Reddish. I don't think Cam Reddish is bad. But again, it's weird. Why draft Obi Toppin and never use him? Why trade for Cam Reddish and never use him?
And that pisses me off, bro. Like, why would you trade for the kid? Like, that doesn't.
Why?
You know what though? Having the experience from Tibbs when he coached Chicago, it's very easy to get in that guy's doghouse.
But the problem is,
he will not play you if he's pissed at you.
But here's my thing. I'm okay with a hard coach, like Greg Popovich. I don't mind a guy like Greg Popovich putting you in the doghouse.
Right. But if we're losing,
as long as you're telling him why,
right?
Don't just leave the guy on the bench and then the guy's like, "Hey, am I checking in?" And you're just mean mugging him. Like, first of all, Tibbs, you're fat and old. Okay, you're not beating no one up. So chill out with the mean mugging. That's one. Two.
He looks like the Penguin.
Yeah, yes. Like, he's like the Penguin. He's how the Penguin should really talk, because the Penguin's always smoking.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah, head ass. But like, my thing is, tell the kid, because let's say he's got a bad habit, right?
Like Cam Reddish does have a bad habit. They say he doesn't work at all. He said he's just not that kind of guy. Like at Duke, remember he was eating pizza all the time at Duke,
and at Duke they don't really.
Oh, so he's Kyle Murray.
Kind of.
No.
He's not on Call of Duty all day, but he just doesn't have a work ethic.
Hold on, we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing the back. You're the only highlight your quarterback has is sliding in the rain. So, anyways, stay in your corner, settle down.
Hey, why are you taking up for everybody?
No, because we're not disrespecting the guys I rock with.
Who's your
all right, I'm loyal to a fault, and I'm rocking with the guys I rock with. All right, and I'm gonna defend them. I don't care.
Oh, you rocking Kyle Murray?
Swear Pride's in a good mood today.
I probably
You rock with Cal Murray, Pride?
Yeah, that's my boy, bro.
No wonder.
Yeah, no wonder.
No
wonder. Mike, why you think it took so? Mike, I hit you up 2 days ago to do your video, bro. That's why it took me so long, bro. Me and Kylie, we was on Call of Duty. So watch your mouth when you talk
double XP weekend.
Yeah.
Oh God, bro, watch your mouth when you talk on a go. But I will say this though, like, if let's say it's a possibility that Cam Reddish doesn't think his work ethic is a problem because no one said nothing to him. Like he's probably thinking, "Oh, what I'm doing is solid." I mean, think about it. If I'm being lazy, I'm not gonna wake up one day and go, "You know what? Let me not be lazy," because I probably don't think I'm being lazy.
I'm sure Coach K said something to him about it, though. I'm sure he did. You can't tell me he didn't. You know what I mean? But he was also in the Zion phase too. So
and that's what I'm saying. Like at Duke, they're not really gonna tell you because Duke is more of a team like, yo, if you show up and you're hooping on the court, I ain't finna bother you with nothing because. Let's be honest, and this was really kind of towards the end of Coach K, and it was more of the whole Zion thing. So it's like with a whole bunch of stuff, I just don't.
I was about to say that too, Pride. Like this is Coach K was kind of at that point, like, man, I know I'm gonna be done after this year.
He didn't care. Yeah, he really
I don't really care what you do. You don't want to go to class. Don't go to class.
I hate when Frankie unmutes himself and I just hear him moan and then he mutes himself again. I hate it.
But not Rob, like but Rob, like you said, bro, like
this is a child-friendly show, sir.
Apparently not. But we about to hear we about to hear a bass line in the background. But that's just me. Like if you don't tell the kid,
all right, you guys, this is where I depart. We just talked about this, guys.
This is where I buckle up.
But not like for me, it's like if and let's say Coach K did say something, right? Let's say for the sake of argument, let's say he did say something. You think anyone in Atlanta is really telling him that?
Oh.
That poverty franchise.
You mean Trey Young, the star point guard who leads the league in turnovers every single year?
You mean Trey Young?
The star. Come on, bro.
Like think about this, bro.
Trey Young is so overrated.
Not 100, 1,000%, 100.
They don't hold that kid accountable for nothing, Joe.
Yo, it's funny, bro.
People tell me to shoot threes on the consistent basis.
And I wanted to say this for Pride too. Free John Collins, bro. He already got freed, but free him again because.
Free him again, bro. My man went from jail to prison. I feel for him, bro.
Also, free Pops and Tony, or free Gonzo and Pops, because man, we were supposed to be talking about the Pacers, and we ended up talking about the Knicks.
My bad.
And then we ended up talking about Atlanta, and then we're talking about Duke. Like that's just how you know nobody wants to talk about the Pacers.
Who gives a fuck about Cam Reddish?
Okay, who gives a fuck about Obi Toppin?
Hey, you did. You was all about it.
Damn, he got me. Damn it.
I gotta put that on the thing.
Clip this shit right now. Clip this right now. Pops
right there. He got me.
Hey, Pops just reminded me of Dave Chappelle. He was like, "That's what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this."
I mean, but hold on, but real quick, Pops. You think Pacers are gonna be fourth?
I think they could be.
No.
Wait, I want to hear. I don't care. Why? Like, I want to hear why.
Before I let you go, I don't want to hear Cook.
Last year.
I don't want to hear Cook say they would be fourth. I want to hear it definitively.
Let Pops cook. Pops, tell him right now.
Last year, before Halliburton got hurt, they was in the fourth. They was in the fourth position. Before
he got hurt, Bulls right now. But
and then he got hurt, and then they were never the same. I think they're a lot better team now than they were at that point last year. I think they could be as high as fourth. I really do.
Do you see? Because I know the conversations are starting.
And that's best case scenario also.
Right.
I mean, I think they make the playoffs, but I think if everything goes right, I think they could make it up to fourth position.
Do you see them at a point right now where they go after DeAndre Ayton again? Now that Beal's there and they're looking to shop him? Because last year they weren't looking to shop him. Now it's kind of like a conversation of we want to get rid of DeAndre Ayton. And I know you guys were really interested in him.
I never was.
I know you weren't, but like the Pacers were really interested in bringing him.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, just because they signed Miles Turner to that extension last year. And Miles Turner had one of his best years with the Pacers last year, so I think they're going to end up staying with him.
Miles Turner is a Bulls killer, and it is confirmed. This man out here shoots like Steph Curry, bro, against the Bulls.
Also, didn't DeAndre Ayton play the Pacers? I don't think the Pacers won that after what he just did to them last year.
Oh, why are you talking?
Oh, because I got a nut sack. Why are you talking?
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah.
Body
Yeah.
language.
Exactly. I'm pissed off today. There's a reason why I'm supporting my boy LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did my man dirty.
No,
Let
they
him have
didn't.
his hands on the
No,
briefcase
they
just to
didn't.
get freaking broken
No, they
arrows off the
didn't.
ladder. Like, that's disrespect to
Nah,
my
they
man.
didn't do him dirty. They didn't do him
They
dirty.
did my man dirty. He better get a push
No.
within the next month.
No,
Yeah.
he's going to. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Of everybody in there, of everybody in the Money in the Bank ladder match, he was the only one, in my opinion, who actually didn't need it.
Yeah, he did.
In my opinion, listen, and I wanted him to win, but he's the only dude I looked at that, like, you know what? If he doesn't win, he doesn't really need.
Still gonna be LA Knight.
Oh, guys, we're not trending. I don't see any fireballs in our fucking comments.
Hey, Pride, this is tough for me. I agree with you, and that's really tough. I agree. With you.
Yeah.
I need a couple fireballs in the comments so I could break the algorithm.
I honestly feel like, and Pops, you could.
I gave up the secret.
Ignore it, whatever, but like, and Pride, I don't know if you want to ignore it or something, but like, I feel like now that he didn't win the Money in the Bank briefcase, they're gonna push him to be like a United States champion. I feel like he's gonna end up beating Austin Theory to get that type of title for now.
Maybe.
Personally, I wouldn't mind that
I just
because
want to see gold on my man.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. I look at LA Knight like how I looked at Seth Rollins like 2 years ago, where the dude is hot and he doesn't need a belt right now because he is his own belt. Like, I'm looking at LA Knight and I'm like, honestly, if you gave him the belt, cool, I'm with it. As long as you're not burying him, as long as you're not trying to disrespect him or go crazy, like, don't make him go be Maxi Pat again. We're not doing that foolishness again, right? As long as you treat him with respect, the respect that Eli Drake deserves, because I'm calling him that now. Yeah. Okay, the great Kavorka. As long as you treat him with respect, I don't think he really needs the Money in the Bank.
Hey, I'm predicting it right now. 2024 Royal Rumble, LA Knight wins. Yeah.
2024.
That's brave.
I think Cody wins.
I was thinking the same thing. I think Cody win. Like, I think he win
from the number one position.
Yeah. Then we run that whole Roman Reigns storyline back.
Whoa!
You're only smoking mirrors. Whoa! Here comes Cody Rhodes.
Got to do with. Oh, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. So I wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, you missed it. So go back to your
unfortunately for you, you missed the finals.
With Logan Paul.
You say who?
Nah, bro.
I'd love to hang with Logan Paul. He's good at that.
That's the best thing that happened at Money in the Bank was everybody jumping Logan Paul. That was an absolute amazing.
And then that table spot with Ricochet. I hope he really got hurt.
I hope a piece of the table literally went in on his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. Who cares? I mean, why you care about
over
them?
there? Jake Paul over there in London getting knocked out.
Oh God, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he getting knocked out, bro. Him and Dylan Brooks meeting up because they like, you know, messing with them things, bro.
Oh,
they like Magic Johnson 2.0. They finna catch that thing.
Oh,
what'd you guys think of the pay-per-view?
Money in the Bank.
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I'm not gonna lie. I marked out a couple times. When Cena came back, I marked out. Not even gonna lie. Damn, I can't believe I'm saying this. I miss Cena. I missed him. Holy shit, bro.
I told people they was gonna miss him.
Apparently, the fans did too.
Bro, on God, bro.
It went crazy.
Yo, they went bonkers. I liked
the main
Dom
event was awesome.
Cody. Oh my God, bro! Like
the main event was awesome.
Yeah, piece of shit into butt. Like,
I was shocked that they let Roman get pinned. I thought Solo was gonna get pinned. I thought the Usos were gonna win, but I thought Solo would get pinned when he did the splash. When they paid homage to the original Usos and he did the splash and he got the 3, I was like, oh!
I'm marked out. 100%. I'm marked out. I was
glad that's the way they done it. Though I was glad it was Roman. I was glad that it was Roman that got pinned, though. I don't think it would have been as good as if it would have been Solo getting pinned.
The callback 3 years ago with the low blow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's crazy too because I didn't see that low blow until they ran it back, Because I saw Roman's face, and I'm like, that's a weird way to sell someone kicking out. That's kind of bizarre. And then they showed the replay, and I was like, oh, now it makes sense.
That was a smart way to kick out too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then I won't lie, I like both Money in the Bank matches.
I did too.
The women showed up, boy. When she did the Canadian Destroyer off the ladder,
Yes.
I was like, oh.
There's just one of them I can't take serious.
Who is that?
I get Trish coming back with this whole thank you Trish thing. But Zoe Starks, I've never in my life just looked at someone and just been like, I can't do this. I simply cannot do this. Like, honestly, this is honestly making Trish's whole thank you Trish thing look even worse. And I was rocking with it at first. I was like, you know what? I get it. Zoe Stark, let's ignore her, right? But this whole be grateful for me thing, I was with it, man. I was like, yo, hey yo, thank you, Trish. You know,
I get you don't like the gimmick, but I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not the gimmick.
The way her and Becky kept going at each other throughout that whole match, it was like they'll stop and look at each other. Like it was like an on-site kind of thing. Like,
no, I'm
like,
rocking
now
with
we
her
gotta
gimmick.
throw hands. Like,
I'm rocking with her gimmick. It's just Zoe Starks.
I don't like Zoe.
And like I said,
I'm desperately,
bro. I'm desperately trying to like her. Desperately, bro. Desperately with every fiber of my being because she's with Trish, right? So it's kind of like how I felt about not Eichner, the other one from Imperium, the one that does the intro for Gunther.
Oh, the dude.
Walter.
Gentlemen. Bro, I hate that dude so much.
Yo, I hate him, but I rock with him because he's with Eichner.
Announce me like that.
Bro, but listen, I don't like him, but he's with Walter. Yeah, Kaiser. Kaiser. I hate him with a passion, but he rocks with Eichner and he rocks with Walter. So that's my boy. So I'll be dapping him up. I'll dap him up how I dap with Walter. You feel me? It's just a quick knuckle touch. When it's with Walter, y'all watch Key and Peele?
Yeah.
Y'all seen the one when how Jordan Peele pretends he's the president, and it's like when you find out how he be dapping up like the black folks, and then when he saw Keith, he's like, yo, get in there, yo, I'm in there. That's how I be with Walter. I be in there, you feel me? But like Zoe Stark, I be looking at her and I'm just like, I cannot for the life of me. That's how I feel every time. 100%. Ew. Like
Starks. Ew.
I'm excited about this.
That's her new gimmick. Yes.
This future rivalry with Drew McIntyre and Gunther.
Yes.
That's gonna be a hard hitting. Those are gonna be some hard hitting matches.
Nah, bro.
Yo, I screamed like a fucking girl. Excuse my language, but I screamed like a girl when I heard Drew McIntyre's team. I'm like, yes.
Dude, I just want him to one time come back down to the Broken Dreams thing.
And the whole thing, not what they did at Cardiff, where they kind of did like a cute little remix and then did this thing. No, I want the whole thing, bro. I want him shaved everything. So I want the Chosen One to come back for one night only. And then we're gonna glue his facial hair back. So on Raw, he comes out.
What do you guys think of the ending of the ladies' Money in the Bank match with her handcuffing them two together?
That was innovative. It was innovative.
I liked it a lot.
And Io Sky deserved it. I think if anybody deserved to win out of all those women, it was her. Like she's been showing like she's great in the ring, you know, and I think Asuka has kind of opened up her personality with her seeing that people are okay with you talking in your own language. You know what I mean? Because Asuka goes crazy in Japanese, and we don't know what she's saying, but we like, I like that shit. You know what I mean? And Io, and they kind of already had that dynamic. I think they had a face off.
That one time they had that, they were cussing.
Yeah, they was going at each other. And she was like, bonga, 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 bonga.
Yeah, no, I was with it. I was with it. Chris, let me ask you something. Bro, because this is something I've been curious about. Is Strickland a bum?
I had Strickland. I thought Strickland would lose that fight. I really did.
I knew he was gonna win, but
I predicted Strickland to win.
Why is he always on? Why is he always on the Apex like fight nights? Like,
yeah, they never put him on any of the like pay-per-view cards or anything like that.
Like, I don't get it. Like, he's got nice output, so he's not boring, right? His trash talking, I mean, it's not the best, but come on, bro. You guys put Kobe Covington in the main event. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, the man can't talk by himself. He reads like Floyd Mayweather, and his style was just at best. My man just tries to dry hump you.
Hey, don't talk about Floyd Mayweather.
Was it? I haven't seen the fight yet. Was he just able to keep Magomedov on his feet?
Bro, he knocked him out in the second round. It was filthy. Oh my God. Sean Strickland came out, and like usually you see Sean kind of come out and he's aggressive. It felt like he was trying to make a point. Like it's almost like he's like, okay, yeah, I don't mind fighting here. But the vibe that he was giving out was more of a, I'm here. I'm sick of being here. Where is my shot? Like, that is kind of the vibe I got out because my man, I thought he was going to go the full 5. I really did. But, like, it was like towards the end of the first round, there was a hook he caught him with. And I was just like, yo, if you throw that 2 more times, you're going to mess him up bad. And then Sean Strickland came out the second round, and he just came out with this is not making it to the third round. I hate it here. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, he fought the way MJF would fight if AEW was, like, legitimate. Where it was like, I'm trying to end this as quick as possible. I hate it here. I don't want to be here. Bump all of you. Just give me my check, and I can go home. Like, that was the vibe he gave me around to. When you watch it, you let me know. And if I'm crazy, you say Pride, you're crazy, and I'll accept it. But this, in my opinion, was a statement because he fought an unranked guy. And Sean Strickland was just like, I want to let y'all know that Dagestani, Pakistani, Wannabinistani don't matter. Sean Strickland in 5 because my man, they threw out this weird stat against Dagestani fighters. I think he's like 2-0 and 3-0. And against European fighters, he's 8-0.
So like, I thought Magomedov would forward pressure would get Strickland in some trouble and he'd be able to do some stuff to him. I didn't. But.
He tried, but guess what? You know what? You know who else tried? My dad. He tried being a dad, and it didn't work. My man left. You feel me? So get him out of here. But Sean Strickland, I don't know, bro. I don't know if the UFC brass doesn't like him or whatever the case may be, bro. But
what was the best fight on that card? Was that?
For me, it was the opener. It was the
Pierre
guy
and Ruzabov.
I think so, yeah. The guy they call him Hulk. Man got slept something fierce, bro. Oh my God. Yo, he threw a kick and got caught, and my man just hit him with a straight right, and he left his feet, snapped his head back, and I was like, oh, it's over. And I was like, yo. It was actually a nice card. I liked it. I thought it was a nice card.
Yeah, I was out at a 4th of July cookout thing Saturday night, so I haven't got to watch it yet.
Hold on. Quick maths. You went to a 4th of July cookout in June? What are we doing here?
Yeah, they had it. Well, it was July 1st. They had it They had it on Saturday because it was a weekend.
You got it. All right. My bad. You got it.
Yeah, my buddies had it, but his son's band played, and they played for like almost 3 hours. It was live music and stuff. So I went out there and hung out. It was a good time. The rain held off until basically the end of it, so that was good. Then we got soaked a little bit, but I was in the garage, so I didn't get wet. They were trying to tear stuff down, and they got wet.
Yo, Rob. Good talk, Rob. Frankie.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go, Rob. Rob, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say Dame goes to Miami. Are they credible? Are they a legitimate threat?
Yeah. They're in the East.
Okay.
They are.
All right, I'm out. See you guys later. I'm out.
I have a question for Frankie.
Why? Wait. Why Brian leave?
How you like what the Lakers have done?
I kind of do like what they've done. They look way better than what they did last year. But I can't give them like a solid grade because I mean, Gabe Vincent, like, he did good in the playoffs. He didn't show up in the finals. Cam Reddish, we already know what Cam Reddish is about. Hopefully LeBron James changes that dude around. But other than that, I like what they did. D'Angelo Russell, hopefully excuse my language, hopefully he can turn it around from what he did in the playoffs.
Would you surprised they signed him back?
I honestly was. I thought we weren't going to sign that man back realistically. And, like, I think Chris is my witness, though. The 3 players I wanted to come back, and we only got 2 out of 3, was Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, and Lonnie Walker, the 4th. Those are the 3 people I want. We didn't get Lonnie Walker back. He ended up signing with the Brooklyn Nets for what reason, I don't know. Apparently he doesn't like to win, but whatever. Other than that, I liked what they signed. And I told the boys, I'm like, if we could get like one more big man, I'll be pleased with it. It's got to be like a decent big man though. It can't be like no big man that Chicago's going out and signing. It's got to be someone like smart. But if we could get one more big man, I think the Lakers would be good.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Yeah for?
I was surprised they re-signed Russell as well, especially after benching him in the playoffs. I figured they were going to move on from him.
Yeah, and then they're saying that, and then they re-sign him, and then they say that they're going to put him back in the starting point guard position. Like, why? Like, what the hell? Why? I will have him on the bench, have Gabe Vincent start, or even have freaking Austin Reeves starts at point guard.
I think with Lillard going to Miami, I think that's going to depend. If he does go to Miami, I think that's going to depend on what Miami has to give up to get him as well. If they'll be legit contenders or not. If they have to give up too much of their team to get him.
Haven't they brought up the Knicks as a possibility too?
They did say that if Miami was to go out and get Damian Lillard, the 2 big names that are going is Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Those are the 2 people that are going. There's going to be, I think, another player or 2 more players that will be going, and probably a draft pick.
So I heard maybe Caleb Martin is what might be one.
Yeah, that was the other name too. That was one of the names too. I couldn't think of it.
Supposedly Caleb Martin is so nice they don't want to get rid of him. Supposedly he lit as hell. He mad lit.
Yeah, he's so lit.
He's
so lit.
great.
He got eliminated. He gets so lit. Got eliminated. Welcome to the club.
Trash, bro. Trash.
Where do you guys think Lillard ends up? Do you guys think it'll be Miami?
I don't know. I don't think so. Only reason why I don't think so is I just think what Miami doesn't really want to give up much because they swear that Lillard only wants to go to Miami, but he has a list of other teams he's willing to go that he doesn't mind going to. So it's not a situation where he's heat or bust. It's more of a situation of, look, if I just want to go to a team that have a chance. That's just all he really cares about.
No trade clause. They can send him anywhere, though, right?
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, they can, but Portland did say that they're going to work with him.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going to get sent to like Utah or Orlando.
It could end up kind of like what the Nets did with Kevin Durant. I mean, it could be that he don't get traded till middle of the season toward trade deadline if they can't get what they're wanting for him now.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, look, I'll be 100% honest here, bro. I love Damian Lillard. But real, it's time to be.
I feel that same way, Pride.
It hurt.
I got that. Yeah. No, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
you happy for Dame, but wherever he goes, they're not gonna win.
Exactly. That's my sentiments. Exactly. Like,
that's when he was
I
more.
love him.
He was worth more.
That's it. And forget worth more. He had more in the tank.
Yeah, more than tank. So I mean, yeah, better.
You see what I'm saying?
Players
like
now.
Bro. Like, listen, I love me some Damian Lillard. I need that to be clear because I feel bad saying this. I really wholeheartedly do. But injuries are starting to creep up on him bad. And like, I'm looking at a guy right now who's what? 31, 32? And he came off of a year and he didn't even play 60 games. He didn't even play 60.
Yeah.
Like,
that was before the CJ McCollum trade.
Yes. Like come on, dog. Like, respectfully, man. Like,
it's kind of like how I feel with CP3, honestly. Real talk. I love CP3, but like, people like Rob who are diehard Golden State fans. Well, Rob's a Golden State fan because of Steph Curry, but still, he's a freaking Golden State fan. Right. For Steph Curry reasons, I don't know why. Because the man literally cries when he loses a pair of socks, like Price says. But I think adding CP3 to Golden State, Go Curry, yeah. Go Curry that got eliminated by Go LeBron. Try again.
No, real go. The real go. Do better. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you like how Rob was quiet out there because he can't say nothing. Yeah,
nothing, boy, nothing. Yeah.
Last time I checked, they got the same number of rings.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Because while LeBron was being a mastermind and being like, man, let me figure out how to do stuff. Your man flew to Kevin Durant. Your man flew to Kevin Durant. And matter of fact, you know what Curry did?
That team. You sound like dude off of what's his name? Franklin. This one, him, her, him. That's what you guys
get. Matter of fact, anyways, Frankie, I'm asking you a question, Frankie.
LA, Cleveland.
Frankie, I want to ask you a question, Frankie. And matter of fact, Chris, Mr. Gonzalez, I'm open this to you.
Don't make me say nothing bad about LeBron, okay?
Nah, too late.
Let
me ask you a question. Let's say LeBron. What if LeBron flew to recruit Giannis Antetokounmpo?
He probably did.
And he said, no, he didn't. Stop it. Anyways, he said, hey, yo, look, I'll make you a deal. If you join, I'll let you sleep with Savannah. Steph did the same thing. He offered to Aisha.
Well, let me be real. Let me be real with you, Pride.
Get out of here,
Pride. Let me be real with you. LeBron James is such a king that he doesn't have to fly to people. The people come to him.
Yes, Yo, Frankie. He had an all-time great in Magic Johnson. Get over here. Woo! He said, Magic, you come to me. Meanwhile, Aisha Curry telling Steph, Aisha Curry ain't cucking Steph. What are we doing here?
Who was it? It was like 2 years ago. Who did he have fly to LA to meet with him and AD? I think it was Damian Lillard.
Come on.
What are we talking about, Steph Curry?
When he got there, guess what Bron did? By the way, you're not really coming here. I just wanted to tell you I could have it here if I wanted to. And he kicked them off. It was a 5-minute meeting.
And it was on a Tuesday where he made tacos.
Go ahead and make y'all point because y'all not making no sense right now. Go ahead. Bron been on like 8 teams already. Come on, man.
We doing that now?
Hold up. We doing that now?
Come on,
I don't want to hear that no more. Start putting KD's name on that shit.
Yes,
don't do that no more, Rob.
We don't have to bring up KD. We don't have to bring up KD because KD is not in no GOAT conversation.
Now he's not in no GOAT conversation.
I never put KD in a GOAT conversation.
Before I opened your eyes to the bumness of KD, you were calling him one of the GOATs.
I would never call KD the GOAT.
Chill out. Come on. No. Chill out.
Everybody know that.
Yo, chill out.
That's my favorite player.
We ain't go bonkers on KD right now. Chill out. Talk about KD right now. It's great.
He's a bitch.
Pride, my biggest achievement this year is to open your eyes on the realization of KD being a bum.
He's not a bum.
He's not a bum.
With this game, when it's an elimination game, guess what he do? He crumbles.
No,
he crumbles.
If he does not win,
KD needs a situation to be right for him to be good.
Again.
Who also this Phoenix Sun? By the way, the Phoenix Sun also brought in Eric Gordon. Okay, they brought in Eric Gordon as well. If he cannot win with these mother effers, I swear to God, yo, people better start calling this man a bum.
Nah, I'm not.
But he is.
I ain't call him a bum.
But on Lillard, real quick, I was going to say something. Over the last 2 seasons, 2 years ago he played 29 games, and last season he only played 58 games.
You talking about
that's what worries me about him bringing him in.
Dame Dollar, bro. Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right about that with the injuries, man.
And that's the only reason why I feel like it's too late.
Because he got the skill.
Yeah, he does.
His body can hold up.
Right, but and that's the thing.
But it might be better because he's not carrying the entire state on his back no more.
He still has to carry because Jimmy Butler was out here going what? Like y'all was killing Zach LaVine. Y'all saw what Jimmy Butler was doing? That man has made a career doing all that.
Thank you, Pride. Jimmy Butler fell off in the playoffs, and nobody will.
And here's my thing. But here's my thing.
You know what though? Can I make a declaration though?
Please, Robert, go ahead.
To the people that was comparing him and calling him Jimmy Jordan, y'all was mad disrespectful.
You was one of them.
I never called him Jimmy Jordan. I called him Jimmy Butler.
Frankie,
you called him Jimmy Buckets.
I called him.
You called him.
We always gonna call him Jimmy Buckets. That's Jimmy.
You called him Jimmy.
No. What he said. You said that.
What I'm saying is they compared him to Michael Jordan. though. That was.
And you was.
I never called Jimmy no Michael Jordan, bro. Don't ever disrespect me like that.
Man, boy.
I never called Jimmy no. Boy, you got to pass
months.
Kobe. You got to pass Kobe before we even get to talking about Mike. What they
Rob
talking
waits
about?
like 2 months after everybody's brain is all scrambled up. And
Thank
stuff like
you.
that. I never said that.
I
never
did.
said that.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you.
Receipts, 'cause I got receipts.
I'll be honest with you. Rob
You
is
showed
smart.
me.
Rob is smart. I'll give him that. I'm gonna start doing what he does. He'll say something and then he'll let it die down. Right? He'll let it die down. And then when we try to hold his feet to the fire, it happened so long ago. We can't. You know what I mean? It's like a he said, she said.
You showed me some receipts. That's
See?
We can't show you receipts when it happened here. Matter of fact, it did happen here. We're gonna have to go back and
go watch some old
3 months
episodes.
of 3 months.
I want you to watch some old episodes and you find me talk about Jimmy Butler with Michael Jordan. Is you crazy?
I heard him.
Is you crazy?
Yeah. What? I jumped out the shower for this.
And you got out of your basement. You went in the shower. You were swimming in your basement.
I was in your
Oh,
mama's
Lord
basement. How about
Jesus.
that? How about that? How about that?
My mom
How
don't
about
have
that?
a basement.
How about that? How
My
about
mom
that?
don't have a basement. How about
that?
that?
You know what basement I'm talking about?
Catch me outside.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I was in that back door. I was in that back door getting reckless.
I gotta go. I gotta call Mike's sister real quick.
Dude, speaking of sisters, Frankie's sister?
So Chris,
stop right now.
Chris, listen. I've been saying this
Call the
forever.
cops.
I've been saying this forever.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler does this weird thing. He goes on a cute 2-week stretch
Playoff
that everyone wants to deep throat him and suck him.
But he doesn't give a fuck in the regular season.
Then he no. He does this in the regular season, and then if you see him in the playoffs, what does the man do?
Finals.
No.
He
went on 2 great. Hold on. He went on 2 great stretches, and it's not even him. It was a team that went on 2 great stretches. Because if you look at it, my man was getting bailed out by which Goofy Martin is it? Caleb? Which Goofy?
Caleb. The
Cody's
Caleb Martin that had 0 points in 3 games in the finals.
And you just made my point because I said in a series he got bailed out in that Boston series. He got bailed out by him and Duncan Robinson and he's getting bailed up by literally everybody. Then when they go back down to earth, my man giving you 12, 13 points, and you killed Zach LaVine for that. And
Can I ask you a question?
Jimmy Butler.
Can I ask you a question?
Foolish. No. I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, whatever question. No. I don't care about your question.
Go ahead.
Because Jimmy Butler has done this every single time. I'm not done. I'm not calling him Himmy Butler. I ain't calling that.
Anything.
I call that. Matter of fact, Shimmy Butler. You feel me? Because he inconsistent with his stuff, bro. Bro, my man got shingles, bro. I don't know. Get out of here with that foolishness. Every single stop he's been in his career. Every single stop, they try to make him the number 1. My man couldn't hack it. Every single time. That's why Chicago got rid of him. He goes over to Minnesota. That's why Minnesota got rid of him. He goes to the 76ers, and my man was the 4th option. At some point, the writing is on the wall. I'm not done.
You being real disrespectful right now, bro.
And Rob, you can say I'm being disrespectful. You want to know what I'm being? Hold on, Rob.
He might have been the 5th option, actually.
I don't want to say blasphemy, but
hold on, Rob. You can say I'm being disrespectful, but you know what else you gotta say? I'm being truthful because everything I'm saying is real life. Because he couldn't be the number 1 in Chicago, and they got rid of
Minnesota. Because he took a bunch of bums from the C team and beat the starting lineup.
Okay, I love that. Yo, Frankie, Christmas Gonzalez. I love that story. I love real quick, Rob. Hold on,
Joel Embiid, look right now, he crying.
No, hold on, time out.
No, hold on, he would have made it to the finals.
Come on, see, I love it. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, time out. Hold on. I love it when people bring up that whole Minnesota thing. When he took some guys and he beat the.
No, not.
Where was that on the court?
He took some bums.
My man out here doing this in practice and on the court is giving you 12, 13 points a game.
All right, bro.
Riley.
You got it.
I'm just saying, bro. Yes, he went and took some bums and he beat the starting lineup. Okay,
you got it,
that is true. When was that on the court?
So, you got it, Pride.
I'm
just asking, bro.
This getting so good. I'm gonna have to spurt this blunt. Hold up.
No,
keep going.
Man, you know what? Hey, Frank, let me go grab mine too.
Hey,
I'm not done. I'm not done.
I was gonna ask you if you were done.
I'm not done.
You
I'm not done. As I was saying before, so rudely interrupted.
Go ahead.
The writing is on the wall. Every single time he goes to a team and he can't be the number one option, he either wants out or they get him out. One or the other. And every time when they brought him to Minnesota, he was supposed to be the missing piece. And what
He don't
happened?
want to be
It
no
was
number
still
one
looking
option.
rough.
He just want people that go home.
He goes over
Oh
to
my God.
They
He just
still
want people
Pride.
that go home.
He goes over to Miami. He went to the finals twice. Good on him for going to the finals twice. Now tell the story how the man was looking worse than me.
Well, I think you should actually tell the story,
Tell
sir.
that story, but no,
Yeah,
y'all not.
you know
I
what?
don't think you tell the story, sir.
Guess what?
Pride.
Guess what?
Pride,
He
here's
still
the
beat
fact.
Have
y'all.
your moment. Have your moment. Have your moment. Have your moment. Have your moment.
And that was from prideful.
Have your moment. Have your
Yeah.
moment. Have your moment. Have your
You
moment.
still-
Go ahead and lie.
you
Make
still
up some stupid
Yeah,
shit
you
because
want
he
me to lie?
played for
I
Chicago
can
for 3
tell you
years.
the real.
Yeah.
I can tell you the real of what it's been.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Make up some lies. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make up some
And
lies.
I get the shit on my Bulls again. I know.
Go ahead. Make up some lies. Go ahead. Make up some lies. Go ahead. Make up
Okay,
some
so
lies.
check it out. The Bulls.
Go ahead.
went
Make
to
up some
the
lies. Go ahead.
Eastern-
Make up some lies. Make up some lies. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. You gonna let me talk?
No, you didn't say that to me. Don't do that.
I let you talk. Rob interrupted you.
No, baby boy.
Rob
No,
interrupted
baby boy.
you.
Go ahead. Make up some lies.
Actually, it was Rob
Make up
Scott who
some lies.
interrupted you. But
Have your
I
moment.
had
Go
to
ahead.
interrupt him with
all I'm
talking
saying
that
is,
nonsense.
Go ahead.
we talked about Tibbs earlier, right?
Mhm.
Jimmy Butler gets brought into the Chicago Bulls organization. Tibbs don't want to play him for the first 3 years before Derrick Rose gets hurt. That's cool. Neither here nor there. Here comes Fred Hoiberg, dog shit. We all know that. Jimmy Butler comes in the fold. Rajon Rondo, Robin Lopez, Dwayne the motherfucking Wade. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy says, man, Fred's slow as fuck. We got to get rid of Fred. I don't want to be here if Fred's here. They say, we fuck with Fred. All right, cool. Gets traded. Goes to Minnesota. A year later, the Bulls fire Fred.
That's why you're
Ironic.
not even telling the full story.
That
He only
is the full story.
No,
Jimmy
he
says,
only no time out. Stop trying to push this false narrative that the man
How,
was
bro?
desperate.
How, bro?
I'm
How
telling
is it a
you.
false
I'm
narrative
telling
when
you.
that's what
I'm
happened,
telling
bro?
you. No, Frankie, you see what they do? They try to make it seem like his first year was his first 4 years. There was only 1 year he didn't really play like that. The year he got drafted, because he really wasn't like that. In
Bro,
year 2,
he
they
was
gave him
a
more time.
bench
What are you
player
talking
for
about?
years.
Hey,
Bro,
he
it was only 1
developed into a
year.
great player.
It was only 1 year.
You
No.
developed into a great
Yes,
player.
it was only 1 year.
Hey, you about
it
to
was only
have
1
pride catch
year.
an aneurysm, Lord.
I would say good player. I don't know if I'd say great
Yeah,
player.
and fine for you to say he's a good player.
Wait.
That's
So
no
you said
problem.
Jimmy Butler today, right now, not a great player?
No.
I'd have him as a real good player, but I wouldn't
Oh,
say he was
Lord
great.
Jesus. Oh,
No.
Lord Jesus.
No.
I
The
wouldn't say
man
he's
took a
great.
team to the finals.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Team to the finals.
No, he didn't.
And after
he
being a play-in, they wasn't even in the playoffs for most
He
of the year.
didn't take him to the final. That is basically like what happened with the Detroit Pistons. That was everyone.
You know who else team didn't take a team to a final?
Jimmy Butler did it. If you want to say the first time he did, all right, whatever. I think you can make an argument. But if you want to say the first time, I'll let that one slide. I personally will
No,
let
he
that one
didn't even
slide.
have the 6th man of the year.
This
with
year?
him, bro.
This year? Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, my man was getting bullied by the Knicks.
Come on,
Dude,
baby.
there
What
was
are we doing?
undrafted free
And
agents.
you got
that was
bullied by the
averaging
dude
more
who got
points a game
bullied by the
than Butler.
Knicks.
We didn't play the Knicks. Do better. What
I'm
Hey,
saying
he
you
was
got
the-
bullied
he
by
was the
Jimmy
Eastern
again,
Conference
bro.
Finals
You got bullied by
MVP.
Jimmy again. Jimmy's been in your
He should
Wait,
have.
hold on.
He
He
should have
didn't get
been
bullied by Jimmy. Oh my God. Yo, Mike,
Hold on,
Mike,
hold on.
Mike.
He
I
should have
swear
been
to
MVP.
God,
Don't
Mike.
please don't say
Hold on.
Caleb Martin. Please don't say Caleb
It
Martin.
was! Caleb
Caleb
Martin
Martin was
carried
the
him.
MVP in
Yo,
the Eastern
Rob,
Conference.
Oh my God!
bugging. Hey, yo,
Didn't
Rob,
Jimmy
you're
almost
telling
lose
me-
a 3-0 lead to the Celtics?
Yes, and it's
It
because he
don't
was
matter,
selling.
bro. He still
What do you mean
beat
it don't
them in
matter, Rob?
7.
Motherfuckers
He
is
still
crazy.
beat them in 7. Who went to the finals? Did the
He
Celtics
didn't
go to the
beat
finals?
them. It
I
was
don't
Caleb
remember that.
Martin and
I
Duncan
remember-
Robinson and Gabe
I
Vincent.
remember the announcer on TV saying that they were smoking on that Celtics pack. That's
See,
what I remember.
and that's the thing. And Rob, go ahead and try and change the conversation all you want. But the facts of the matter is during that series, Jimmy Butler was getting bodied.
Hey, guess what though?
End of
Jimmy
story.
cooked-
End of
Jimmy
story.
cooked y'all.
And I'm talking about Jimmy Butler.
cooked y'all. He
Hold
cooked
on.
y'all.
Hold on. Wasn't it Jimmy Butler who cost the Miami Heat one of those games too at the final seconds?
No, he cost him like 3 of them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It
and
was like
when
two,
Jason
like-
Tatum averaged 13
two
points in the
Alright,
finals,
dog.
no one
So you
talks
say
about that, though, right?
Jaylen Brown great though, right?
You said
But
what?
Jason Tatum wasn't
I say
selling
Jaylen-
the entire finals, right?
Hey Chris, would you say Jaylen Brown's a great player?
I think Jaylen Brown's very good.
I'd have Jaylen Brown's a good player.
Good to very good.
Tottenham was great.
Okay.
I have him to good as very good. Yeah.
I have like 4 guys in my great category, so I'm a big Jimmy fan. I don't have him in the great
Jimmy
category.
Butler's great because he played for Chicago that one
I
time.
said I don't have him in the great category.
Crazy.
He's
Crazy. Let me guess. You think John Lester's the all-time great too because he played for Chicago for a little bit?
Who?
Even though it was in the end of his career?
Let me
Who
ask
you
you a
talking
question.
about?
Why has Jimmy Butler been on so many so many teams?
Well, that's what I was trying to get into.
Pops,
But then
he's
Pride just
trash.
wants to yell at me. But the first one with the Bulls, I'll give it to him because the Bulls were run by Garpax, which was just the worst. And Pride, I think we could openly say it, the worst general managers in the last 20 years of all of basketball were the Chicago Bulls. They're just dog shit every year, and that's fine. So Jimmy wants to get a pass for that one. That's cool. The second time with Minnesota, I didn't really fuck with that. I thought it was weird. I thought it was on some weirdo shit. I get it. Like, you wanted to get paid. You were mad that Andrew Wiggins got paid. Cat got paid. You're the only one that didn't get paid. Kind of weirdo shit from Minnesota too. But shouldn't have did what he did in the way that he did it. I don't agree with what he did. The 76ers one, I don't disagree that, hey, maybe he was this kind of option. But when you look at who was producing in those playoffs, it was Kawhi versus Jimmy that entire series. Joel Embiid. No, you're laughing. Joel Embiid. Pride's gonna laugh. Whole time, Ben Simmons wasn't doing shit. Let's be real.
That's not true, but go ahead.
JJ Redick wasn't doing shit. Joel Embiid was shitting out of his ass because he had the stomach flu the entire series. But you want to act like that wasn't happening. You want to act like that didn't happen. Joel Embiid wasn't sick, crying his eyes out, running out of the tunnel because he had shitty booty the entire series. The entire series. Then he becomes a free agent. He goes, hey, man, you guys want to rock out with me? And the 76ers organization says, no, we believe in Mike Brown and Ben Simmons. Blow my dick, you believe in Ben Simmons. So he goes to Miami, right? 4 Eastern Conference Finals as the number 1 option. 2 finals appearances as the number 1 option. But you don't want to tell that story. He went to Minnesota. It was bullshit. He went to Minnesota, and it was bullshit. Andrew Wiggins was a joke. Andrew Wiggins was a joke before he went to Golden State. And
in the finals, the Heat played through Adebayo as their number 1 option more than they did.
Oh no, Chris, you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that because that's real life. You're not allowed to say that. That first run when they went to the finals in the bubble, you're not allowed to talk about the fact that they ran through Bam Adebayo as the number 1. You're not allowed to. And there were times where Jimmy Butler was a 3 and took a backseat to Tyler Hero. You're not allowed to talk about that because it doesn't fit their narrative. Pop off, King.
He doesn't have help, bro. That's the thing I'm trying to
pop off.
He has help. He has Bam Adebayo. He has Tyler Hero. And I will say this.
He had help in Minnesota.
Duncan Robinson, for the first time in 4 years, did something. And it was
Yo,
the
my
most
man
important.
got carried in a series, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. He did it in the most important time of the year. So I ain't going home for it because that was cool. Like, I was happy for him. The dude was literally just podcasting.
Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Meanwhile, yo, Frankie.
Is Butler a top 10 player in the NBA?
Who?
Who?
Is Butler a top 10 player in the NBA?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Thank you. They absolutely disagree. I'm not.
No,
but did he not have help in Minnesota as well?
I don't know.
He had help everywhere he went.
What help in Minnesota?
Hold on. So
what help?
So Rob, you're not gonna say you're gonna sit there and say Jimmy Butler did not have help in Minnesota when he had Cat and Anthony Edwards?
Man, Cat.
He didn't have Anthony Edwards. First of all, Anthony Edwards.
He didn't have
Anthony Edwards was like 14. So I don't want to even. What are you even talking about?
Frankie. Don't bring up the fact that before Jimmy Butler started getting in his field and talking wild spicy for no reason whatsoever. Don't let no one find out that Minnesota was low key on a roll.
Minnesota was on a roll, and
Anthony Towns was playing great basketball. But again,
I
Frankie,
agree with
we're
you.
not allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say that.
I fully agree with you. But Pride, you have been someone who speaks on it all the time. And I'm shocked I'm hearing it from you out of all people because it's one of those things where you look at it as Jimmy Butler, right? As Jimmy Butler. Me and you are just having a conversation. Forget the basketball side of it. You look at Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins prior to coming to the Golden State Warriors was a bust. And they gave him $200 million. He was dog shit. He was the number 1 overall pick. He was supposed to be the Canadian LeBron James, and it didn't work. Karl Anthony Towns was being a little bitch, and he's still a little bitch. Like, let's be real.
Nothing to this day.
You guys are
Nothing
crazy.
has
He's still
changed.
See, but the thing is, you're saying he's being a little bitch, and if you want to say that about Andrew Wiggins, and you want to say that about Carl Towns, all right, that's fine.
Okay, but that
But
has
stop acting
nothing.
like
But
there
my
was a
point
hoop
is,
in it, bro.
but
You
here's
can
my
be a
point.
bitch too.
What did Jimmy want, Pride? What all Jimmy wanted?
To be carried. To be carried. Then when he got there, got bought because he couldn't do it.
Oh, all he wanted to do was get paid. That was it. That was
What
all he wanted to do.
we
I don't
talking about here?
I don't want to hear no Andrew Wiggins hate because literally last year and 2 years ago, you guys were like all over Andrew Wiggins' dick.
No. To be
Just
fair,
saying.
I'll be nice. To be fair, Frankie. To be fair,
In Minnesota, and I
they're
said
talking
that.
about
because I
Minnesota.
literally just said,
Until Andrew Wiggins seen what real greatness looked like, and he was in
I
front of
can't
Jeff
with
Bridges.
Rob, bro. Yo, you need to get
It's crazy, yo. He was horrible averaging 20. He was dog shit averaging 20.
dude, the guy did nothing
Who
in
you talking about,
Minnesota.
Steph?
He's a
No, I'm
baller
talking
in
about
Golden
Andrew
State.
Wiggins.
Oh,
I'm talking about Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was. I think it was like 45%. He was shooting from the floor.
horrible.
I think it was like 45% from the floor he was shooting, and he was giving you 20. Now he wasn't like the Canadian LeBron as everyone said, but to call him a bust, that right there is
No, he
stupidity.
ain't no bust. He just needs to see what real greatness look like. So he played with Steph. Now he got a ring.
That's stupidity.
I want to fight. I want to fight everybody today.
No, we can fight. I'll lose, but we can fight. Feel me? I get beat up, but I'll lose.
Hey, Pride, I respect that though.
What do you mean you don't respect that?
I say I respect
See,
that.
look,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't even want to take your
Look,
compliment, bro.
Pride don't even want to take a compliment, Lord.
My fault. Yo, y'all got me messed up, man. Y'all got me deep in my feelings right now, man. First it was Zach LaVine, then Kevin Durant. Now, y'all got me in my feelings, bro.
Right, hey, but you dog walk Jimmy Butler, but you take up for Zach LaVine.
No.
Come on, bro.
No, hold on. I take up for him in the fact that you
Like
guys
the
are blaming
simulation.
everything on him. No, I
Ain't
said you
nobody
guys are
putting
blaming
everything
everything
Zach
on
LaVine.
him. No, hold
But I
on.
can't say he overpaid.
No. I said that's not the reason why he can't. Y'all really can't get traded.
Yeah, I don't really blame what the Bulls going through with Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a small piece in how fucked up the Bulls are. They got a lot of pieces.
And
that they
that's
need to fix.
that's all my thing is. That's all my.
I
I don't think it's fair to
hope
look
Zach.
at him.
I hope Zach LaVine goes off this year. I really hope Zach LaVine goes off to next year because if I hear some different talk,
Coco Golf struggling.
Bro,
Hey,
I'm going to wear
what?
my Zach LaVine jersey every day and act like I was the biggest fan.
100%. So okay,
Oh
so
my
matter of fact,
God.
all right. So
All I
agree
know
to
is
disagree.
Golden State gonna win it all anyway.
Agree to disagree. Jimmy Butler's a good player. Agree to disagree.
I think he's a great player.
He's a great player.
Okay, he's a good player. Glad we all agree. Mr. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I have a question. For you, man.
Fuck you. He doesn't want to answer it.
And that's fine. That's fine. Do me a favor. Go take another shower because you still stink. Anyways, as I was
I
saying,
smell so bad.
Yes, you do, brother. Get out of that basement water. This is a guy.
What is wrong with y'all?
Heard that.
I'm in my feelings today. This is the guy that you guys almost gave a pretty good bag to. I think it was last offseason.
Chicago.
Miles Bridges.
and Monday.
He's coming back to the Hornets. How you feel about that?
He'll beat your ass too.
You talking about dude that just beat up on his chick?
Yeah, he back. Who's back? I'm back. He back. Yes, sir. Round two.
He should have been gone for longer than a year for what he did. I don't respect dudes that be beating up on.
I don't call him the Hornets. I call him the Bobcats.
I'll be honest with you.
As you should, Frankie.
I don't respect. I just said that's just a personal feeling of mine.
I feel you.
Because I mean, it's hard. He was a good player before what happened.
He cost himself a lot of money.
I think the Hornets was on a nice roll and he was making a name for himself. Didn't he just got like the All-Star vote or something like that?
No.
I think he did. I think he was like at least on the ballot. Like his
yeah, right. Yeah, his last year, yes, I think he was on the ballot, yes.
And you know what I'm saying? Then you go do something like that, bro. It just ain't no excuse for putting your hands on a woman like that. I can see you defending yourself, you know, because some of these women nowadays they like to fight dudes. You know what I'm saying?
But street facts, bro. They deserve to get smacked sometimes. I'm just saying. Like I don't condone it and I don't like it, but it's 2023 and they deserve it.
Lord Jesus, hey, what Frankie feels is what Frankie feels. I hope everybody know that.
I love you.
In other words, Frankie said equal rights, equal fights.
Facts.
I mean,
He said he got equal
I'm gonna keep it
but
above.
all jokes aside though, like what he did though, like that ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if I'm the Hornets, I'll be looking at him like, hey, you know, you better be coming in here on top 10 behavior, young man.
Which I mean, they're not. Again, he's not. It's not like what they're paying him is a lot. You know what I mean? I think it's
just how it looks. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cost himself a lot of money because he's about ready. They're about ready to sign him to a big contract. After
yeah, he was about to get like a max or something like that.
I mean, to be fair, they're building their team around LaMelo Ball, who basically ran so many red lights around the Hornets arena that there's a literal compilation on it.
Really?
Yes, and then they bring back, Miles Bridges, who doesn't lose to anyone in his household. And then they drafted and then they drafted a pretty great shot creator in Brandon Miller, who, delivered a gun that was used in a shooting. So I mean,
wait.
So you said John Morant should get traded to this team?
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying.
So you said Josh should get traded to this team?
Listen, if it's not an All NBA team, if this is an All NBA, it's an All NBA jail team, bro. I'm telling you this right now.
Oh, dude, they all got FBI's most wanted team for sure. But hey, I will say, I want everybody. What's the timestamp? We're about 1 hour and 29 minutes in. Pride knows I'm one of the biggest LaMelo Ball haters, but I do want to say, LaMelo Ball, free LaMelo Ball on this one, just because we comparing a murder and domestic abuse to running a red light.
That's it.
I can't do it. I can't put
No.
Hey,
Don't do that now because you know when it comes
I know we can put that in the same box.
It was multiple red lights, wasn't it?
Hey, you got okay, but like a gun in a murder and a couple red light tickets. God strike me down.
Oh my God! Hold on. Okay. So by logic, Henry Ruggs is all right though.
Hey, Chris, he was a habitual red
Henry
light.
Ruggs ran a red light and then ran into somebody. Like Henry Ruggs killed somebody.
I'm so glad you're missing the point. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, he was a habitual red light runner.
I was running.
What a time to be alive.
Hey, you say
I will say this.
Got a glove compartment full of unpaid parking tickets.
Like, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Like,
hey, I got pulled over for a headlight not working, and they took me to fucking jail for it. So hey,
I believe I got pulled over one time because my headlight was out and I had my brights on. And literally, it was like 5 squad cars that pulled up. I said, all this for a headlight? Who y'all thought y'all pulling over? Michael Myers?
Yeah, he came up there. He said, took my license registration. He said, okay, I'll get you out of here in just a second. I'm just going to give you a warning. Next time he comes back and said, sir, can you step out of the vehicle?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, for what?
For what?
Talk about how to warrant for my arrest. He said I was driving without a license.
That's when you got to pull out a Glock and really earn that arrest, Chris.
I said, you have my license, and you see that my license is valid. I drive for work every day. A cop supposedly saw me drive without a license like 2 years before that, and I had a warrant out for my arrest.
You know what the mistake was? And Pride and I have talked about it. The mistake was you stopped and pulled over.
Yep, 100%.
No, that's not happening. I'm going home, sir.
You got to chase me.
I'm either going to my house or I'm going to the Lord's.
Yep, you will earn this ticket.
You will earn your 5 hours today, sir. You
100%. 100%. Do you guys mind if I throw out a list of players real quick?
Yes, but go ahead.
Okay. I'm glad you mind because I personally don't give a shit.
That's why I said go ahead, bitch.
Okay, all right. Go back to beating yourself. Anyway, like, bro, my man's house right now smells like wet dog, and he doesn't even own a pet. Why are you talking to me right now? Anyways,
I know.
Anyways, I want to list. I'm gonna list off some players. 100%, bro. 100%. I'm gonna list off some players, and I want you guys to tell me how scared you would be of this team. This is hilarious. Jalen Brunson, oh fuck me. Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Austin Reeves.
Fucking Team USA, bro.
Yeah, bro. Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson Jr., Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, and Bobby the Turtlehead Portis.
Pride. Can I ask a question first?
Man, if they had Jimmy Butler, bro, we sweeping the world.
Is it? So I saw this, and then somebody in the comments said this isn't Team USA's for the Olympics. This is just for right now.
I
Is
think
that
it's
true?
for FIBA, right?
This is for the FIBA World Cup this summer.
So it's
Yeah,
not
it's
for
for
the
FIBA.
Olympics. It's just for
Nah.
No. This is for FIBA.
Okay, so I'm not as mad about that as I would be if it was for the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Bro. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
Olympics. We got to see Steph come out. I got to see
They're not coming out.
Jason Tatum come
Dude,
out.
all we got was Bradley Beal last year. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It was just Bradley Beal. They were like, oh God.
I
Who
think
else?
the peak was when it was Kyrie, DeMar, Jimmy, KD, Carmelo. Like that was like Lowry.
And the thing is, as soon as Jimmy Butler made the roster, I was like, well, that's bronze easy. You know what I mean? I was like, we're fucked. You know what I
Yeah, they
mean?
won it all. But go ahead.
I think the best
They'll
team
probably have
besides
about the
Dream
same team for
was
the
the
Olympics.
Redeem team.
Well, maybe.
I miss Bron.
Nah, stay over there. Stay over there. Go over there and stay with your man who drafted Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and give him Melo all that money. Stay over there. Me and Braun, we chilling over here.
That's
Okay.
not actually, sir. For the
Goodbye.
first time,
Anyways, au
for
revoir.
the first time ever, I don't even know who Michael Jordan is. I was born in 2000.
I mean, listen, I no exaggeration, bro. When all this stuff was like first coming out, right? And at first, I saw Tyrese Halliburton. He was like the first name that I saw come out. I was like, okay, cool. That's a pretty good guy off the bench. I was like, I rocks with it, right? Then it was Bobby Portis, and I was like, all right, obviously a guy like him, he's gonna come up.
Right, play some Bobby Shmurda, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a good time.
I was like, he's gonna be our Udonis Haslem. He's gonna get no burn, just clapping. I'm like, that's
Right. Little eyeball energy.
Right. Where I lost it was when I looked at the roster and they had Walker Kessler on it. That's when I was like, all right, that's it, bro. Like at this point, give up FIBA, hold the L. Let's
Don't he
move
play
on.
for San Antonio?
Yes, I think so. Yes, yeah. I think he's a San Antonio boy.
And he like one of them names. It'd be like the game they put on Inside the NBA when they ask Charles, what team does he play for?
Yeah. I think they did him like that one time. Yes. Yeah, they did him like that one time. I was like, okay, we're beat. And then respectfully,
Austin Reeves.
No, I mean, no, that's disrespectfully. Like, why?
AR-15, baby, he made it to the Olympics, baby.
Like, I don't know why he was there. Whatever.
Shot his way out of the playoffs.
But respectfully, bro, like Cam Johnson, really?
Hey, Pride, you know what I
Don't
thought
be talking
of
about the
when I
white
saw
gold
this-
like that.
Hey, Pride, you know what I thought of when I saw this team put together?
What?
Your statement when you were like, I was like, this is straight doo-doo in the butt.
Yes, doo-doo in the butt, bro. Like, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, look, Anthony Edwards, all right, we're starting great. Jalen Brunson, okay, all right.
The FIBA team is basura.
Brother. And I was with it, and I see Tyrese Halliburton, I'm like, all right, you know what? Those three, I think we good.
I'm sorry, Chris. I know Halliburton on this team, but
yeah, and like I said, when I saw Halliburton, I was with it. I swear to God, I was with it. I was like, okay, you know what? We're good. And then I start looking, and I'm like, first of all, the picture they used for Brandon Ingram, my man out here looking like buckwheat. What am I supposed to do with him? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with him. Josh Hart looks like he don't even know how he got there, but he's just looking around like, cool, right? Mikal Bridges, bless his heart, man. My man deserves so much better. Free him, bro. Like, my man deserves so much better. I don't know what he did deserve this. And respectfully, I understand. Why is Paulo here, bro? Like, have y'all heard about the whole thing with him?
Mm-mm.
So before, this man swore on his life, I'm going to play for Italy. And all of a sudden, my man is like a defector. Plot twist. The whole time he was a sleeper agent. Someone blew a whistle, and my man decided to just to come to Team USA. Like, bro, this team, bro.
I'm done with this Olympic team.
Dog, this lineup in the NBA would probably not even be 500.
Bro, Austin Reeves will make them 500.
What a time to be alive,
AR-15, bro. That's the white gold right there.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you
Hey,
said
y'all, it's
AR-15.
been fun, man. I got to ride.
Oh my
Straight up. Shot his way past Golden State. Shot his way past Memphis. Couldn't shoot his way past the Nuggets, though.
God.
Definitely gonna be watching Raw tonight, though.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it should be a good role being after the Money in the Bank.
I heard a lot of news. Brock
He ain't
Lesnar
getting
was
nothing.
he was in the UK. He was supposed to come out Money in the
Sure
Bank,
he
never
was.
did. Randy Orton was also at Money in the Bank. He was supposed to come out after the Usos and Roman Reigns to challenge Roman Reigns for SummerSlam, but they held that off too. Them two should be coming out pretty
I think it's
soon
I think
to
it's going to
challenge.
be Jay. I think it's going to be Jay at SummerSlam against Roman.
It should be. He panned him.
I think it's going to be Orton and something with Riddle eventually. I think they're going to feud eventually.
So Orton is close to coming back finally.
That's what they say.
Yeah, he was clear from his back surgery. He had the new theme song made. He was in UK, supposed to come out for Money in the Bank, never did.
Never get a
I could see Pop's vision of him having a feud with Riddle, but then again, like if you look at the storyline, Randy Orton was taken out of WWE TV by Roman Reigns after it was already announced that he was supposed to like wrestle Roman Reigns for the titles at SummerSlam last year. That's just my theory. I think like Randy Orton was gonna come out and go after Roman Reigns just to finish that storyline. Like, yo, you took me off TV, you tried ending my career. I'm gonna end your title reign type thing.
It's possible.
I think the Jey Uso thing can happen because I know there's a pay-per-view in between. Because correct me if I'm wrong, SummerSlam is always like mid-August to late August, so there's got to be a pay-per-view in between. So I can see Jey Uso challenging.
SummerSlam's August the 5th. I've got one in September.
So I think SummerSlam's actually next pay per view.
Yeah,
I don't think there's one.
August 5th.
That's way too early. We've never seen a SummerSlam this early.
They've actually done it in July before. Last year, I think last year was July 30th. I think I remember right.
I feel like I'm just so used to SummerSlam being so late in August. Like
it used to be like the third week of August.
Yeah, and it was always at Staples Center. Oh, the former Staples Center, now the Crypto.com arena.
Crypto.
What do you guys think about Shayna Baszler turning on Ronda?
I like that she did it. It didn't make sense why.
Ronda. There's news going around that
like during the match, they were like winning.
Yeah,
they were like winning the match, and like it was like we didn't get any indication that there was any like infighting or anything like that. So now it's like it was so out the blue to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I'm like to try to explain that, they're gonna have to do a good job tonight.
I think Ronda. This was kind of the plan overall, but she got hurt, and so I don't think she's going to be around much longer. And her last thing she wanted to do is with Shayna. So I think they're going to make Shayna look like a badass and try to get her back where she was when she was in NXT. Because she might have been the best women's champion NXT had at one point.
Mm-hmm.
As far as build up and stuff.
Yeah, I also saw that as well. That Ronda Rousey wasn't going to be in WWE any long. So they had to like quickly pull the trigger on Ronda versus Shayna because I think Ronda's got like another I think SummerSlam is probably her last pay-per-view.
Could be.
Could get a big upset first round of Wimbledon here. Coco Gauff is down in the final set. She's already and could get put out in the first round.
Ooh.
She's 7th seed and she's struggling in this first round against this other American. But let's go ahead and get to final thoughts for today. I gotta get ready to get the next show started.
Yeah.
That boy Chris be working hard, boy. The Gonzo, the hardest working father duel in the.
I never got to one topic I want to talk about, but we'll do it later tonight. I was going to ask he's like, what the hell are the Rockets doing? Because I don't understand it.
Yeah, talk to Jay about that on Unscripted.
Only on Unscripted.
I don't understand the Rockets. Moves.
I had to. I swear to God.
Can you make any sense of it at all? What the Rockets are doing? Does it make any sense to you?
I think they're trying to get veteran help. I mean, Dylan Brooks, honestly, he's a really good defender. He's trash at offense, trash shooter. But he's a really good defender. He really is. And I think that the Houston Rockets just brought him in to help with the defensive side. The crazy contract with
Yeah, they said they
VanVleet,
overpaid for him big time.
Like,
That
what,
was
he got
crazy.
108 or something like that.
for just 3 years. For just 3 years.
And then, but they only gave Russell Westbrook $8 million. That's crazy.
Then again, I would give Westbrook less than $8 million.
Let's see. Rob, you got any final thoughts, man?
Hey guys, make sure y'all tune in to my boy GSI, Easy Money Betting. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. That's my final thoughts just for you, Gonzo.
Frankie.
Yeah, man. NFL training camp's opening up in about two more weeks. Yesterday as Sunday, that was our. Well, let me say this right. Yesterday, Sunday, from that point to we have 10 more Sundays left of no football. So the countdown has begun. We have about 2 to 3 more weeks until training camp opens. DeAndre Hopkins still on the free agency. Ezekiel Elliott still on the free agency. A lot of potential named players still on free agency. So be on the lookout.
Dalvin Cook is still out there.
Yep, Dalvin Cook still in the free agency. So a lot of people still left out there.
Bear down, baby.
Other than that, turn in tomorrow unscripted 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a good show for you guys. Me, hopefully Chris Gonzo show up. They had a really rough night last night. But yeah, other than that, I gotta go because my kids is destroying my fucking kitchen.
Oh man, that was good.
Gold. That was gold. Hey guys, man, have a great show, brothers.
Yep. Hey, you too, Rob. It's nice talking to you, man.
Always good.
Have a good day.
Yes, Lord.
But this has been the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. We appreciate everybody that was in the chat section. Everybody watching, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. Also follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social media, ASAP Sports Network, where you can find all the different things about upcoming shows. Also check out GSR, Gonzo Sports Room on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. That's where we post everything about our upcoming shows. We'll be back here in just a few minutes with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great afternoon. See you guys tomorrow right around 1 o'clock.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.